Hi guys, so today I'm going to be filming a products that I do not like, or I couldn't get to work for me, or I just don't understand why they're so highly priced. So the first product I have here is the e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Face Primer. It is a super green primer, as you can see, and it's supposed to cancel out any redness that you have on your face, which I thought, oh, that would be really nice to have on my face because sometimes I get red, but as you can see, it doesn't cancel out anything really. And even when I put on foundation, it doesn't really adjust the color. It's kind of a thick primer. It does feel like it helps with the pores, but it just doesn't do much for me. So I don't really understand the concept of this particular primer. I know there are other adjusting type of primers out there, but this one just didn't work for me. This is not a video for me telling you don't buy these products. These are just products that didn't work for me. So that one in particular did not work for me, and there are other e.l.f. primers that I do like, but that one was not one. All right. The next product I have is from L'Oreal, and it is the Infallible Total Coverage Foundation. This foundation is a super thick foundation, as you can see. It's very like moussey like. And what the problem for me with this foundation is, and I've got mine in the color Natural Buff. So the problem for me with this foundation is that it does cover really well, but for some reason it just starts to leave really bad like cakey streaks in my face throughout the day once it starts breaking down. Now, I've tried a lot of foundations on my channel throughout the year and a half that I've been on here, and this one just didn't do anything for me that I really liked. And I tried it out a couple of times just to make sure that I wasn't being like super judgmental with it, and it's not a good foundation for my face. It's super coverage, as you can see. It's hard to blend out with your blender. I don't mind having to blend something out to get it to work on my face because, I mean, that's part of the process of getting ready every morning. But this one, it doesn't blend the way I would like it to. And it may be, I mean, it's a little off in the color right now because it is summer and I've been getting a tan, but I'm still gonna show it to you anyways. But it's kind of, I mean, it looks super nice when you first put it on, and then just throughout the day it just does some weird funky things on my face, and it starts breaking up in areas, and it just starts giving me like the weirdest look on my face. So I just don't like this foundation. It's just not for me. So, and actually, to be quite honest with you, I have tried all three of the Infallible foundations and I didn't like either one of them. So it may be just the formula of these particular foundations that I just don't like, but yeah, I don't like them. So once it dries down, it does dry down to a really good, you know, matte, but it's just not for me. All right, the next product I have here, and I've had this product for a long while, is the CC Eye Cream from IT Cosmetics. So the really nice thing about this, that it has like this gold tip on there, or a silver tip on it, so it's supposed to help cool and help with under eye bags, which is really nice. I mean, when you think about it, especially in the morning when you wake up and you have under eye bags, the cooling sensation of it is supposed to help with that. My problem with this, it has a ton of glitter in it, which I don't really like. And I don't know if it's because it's trying to be like a brightener or something, but the glitter flakes are really visible when you're in the sun. So for me, under my eyes, having a ton of glitter is not something I want. And it's not like huge pieces of glitter. It's like these tiny little particles of glitter, and it just drives me insane. So I don't like that about it. And I also don't like the fact that throughout the day, I don't know if you can see how super shiny that is, and you probably won't be able to catch the glitter in there, but it's definitely there. But because of the formula in it, I think because of the glitters in it, it kind of cakes up on the sides of my face, and I just don't know what it is about it, and it's kind of expensive. I was hoping that it wouldn't kick up. Now, their foundation doesn't last on my face very long. It lasts about 4 hours, which is about normal for most people. I've noticed. I've watched a couple of people talk about it, and they can only get about 4 hours out of it. But this under eye cream is one that just kind of does some funky things. That, well, you can, I don't know, you can see it doesn't, I don't even have a highlighter on. You can see how super, you know, just dewy that is, and you can just see it in the sunlight. It's insane how just super glittery it is. So for the price of it, I was hoping that this would be something that was more of a matte under eye, you know, so you can set and just make everything look nice. And I get the fact that they want it to be dewy because they want your under eyes to be super, you know, luminous like, but it's just too luminous for me. So that's a pass for me. The next thing I have here is from Juice Beauty. It is their cream blush. I'm not too sure what color this is. The Last Looks cream blush. The reason why I don't like this is when I got this in my Ipsy bag, I'm gonna go ahead and just take a stipple brush. I went to go look it up so you can see, I could see the price on it, and it was very, very expensive. I think it was something around $20 to $25, maybe even $30 for less than a fluid ounce, I believe, if I'm correct. I may be incorrect, but it was very expensive for the product that you get. And I thought, well, you know, Juice Beauty is supposed to have really nice ingredients. So, I mean, sometimes you pay more for nice ingredients, which is fine by me, but it does not last on my face for more than 2 hours. It was on my face for 2 hours and then it was gone. So for me, you know, a product being so expensive, I would think that it would last more than 2 hours on my face, and it doesn't. So when you put it on at the beginning, it's really, really pretty, very, very pigmented. But just by, you know, 2 hours in, it's completely gone off my face and faded. So it is a very pretty blush for the color and for being a cream blush, but I think because of my oily face, it just didn't work for me. And I'm sure this works for other people, but for me it just didn't work very well. And I was super disappointed because I really wanted the Juice Beauty stuff to work for me, just because of all the good ingredients it has in it. So that was a big disappointment. And I have tried a few other products from them that made me break out. So I don't know if maybe my skin just doesn't like the ingredients that are in Juice Beauty or what it is, but it just doesn't work for me. So moving on, the next product they have is from Naked Cosmetics, and it is the Banana HD Finishing Powder. So I usually take a powder like this to set everything, like my under eye area and stuff. So I would pretty much bake with it. Now this is a banana color. It does have an interesting smell. It's kind of a sweet smell. Anyways, that's what I smell out of it. So when I went ahead and baked with this, which is normally what I do with a finishing setting powder, I noticed that it just sucked the life just right out of my skin. And normally I'll use the ones from Besame, which are really, really nice, or the one from RCMA, which isn't bad. It's a little drying, but not as drying as this. And my go-to is the one from Coty Airspine. That's the one that I'll use all the time. But for some reason, this just made my face just look super creepy within a couple of hours of having it on. And even with like a luminous, because I tried it with a luminous foundation, it just, you could see like every little line in my face with this setting powder. So I don't know what exactly the ingredients are in here or why it does that to my face, but it just does not work for me. And I know that somebody with dry skin, it probably won't work for them either. So I'm going to give this one a thumbs down, and I would not really ever recommend it or tell somebody to try it. So you can see how it instantly just matted my face out. So if you like super matte stuff, and I think this would, if you are somebody that likes super matte stuff and you have really nice youthful skin, then it may work for you. But my skin is almost 40 years old, and I have lines and I have a little bit of wrinkles, and it definitely just made my lines and wrinkles just very apparent. So I do not like that setting powder whatsoever. The next product I have for you. Now this is a product product I did not buy. My sister-in-law sent it to me, and I was very grateful that she sent it to me because it was a big product when she sent it to me, and I was so happy, and I didn't want to spend the money on it. It is the Kylie Cosmetics Kylie XOXO Bronze Palette. So for the price of this palette, you get 9 different colors, which is amazing when you think about it, and you're thinking about what you're getting with an eyeshadow palette. Normally they will charge you anywhere between $30 to $50 depending on, you know, the brand. So when Kylie first came out, I believe this palette was around $40 to $50, which was crazy to me. And so I passed on it, but my sister-in-law was kind enough to send it to me. And when she sent it to me, I haven't ever mentioned it on my channel because of the fact that it just does not show up on my face. Like, I have used so many different primers with it, I just can't get the pigment out of it. I mean, you can get some pigment out of it, don't get me wrong, but because of this particular palette, I refuse to purchase any of her palettes. They're too expensive, and I just refuse to spend my money on it and not have it work. So I'll stick with what I know is good, and this one just doesn't work for me. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a eye primer on. I'm just going to use the Urban Decay primer so we can see what I'm talking about here. Now again, if this palette worked for you, I am so happy for you that it did, but it just didn't work for me, and I have plenty of very nice, some expensive and some inexpensive palettes that have these same colors, and I never reach for this. I've only reached for it once or twice when I was going to try it out, and then I never even filmed with it because I was just like, no, it just didn't work for me. So I'm going to just go in with this brown color here, go right in the crease. It's super light. I mean, that is a very pigmented brown color in the pan there, but it doesn't do much for the eye. So that is very disappointing. I'm going to pull out, yes. Okay, so this is the Kylie brown color here in the palette that I used, which is going to be this one here. I'm going to go ahead and take a similar brown color from the e.l.f. palette, which is going to be this one right here. I'm going to take that one and do the other lid so you can see the difference here. On my fluffy brush and go right in the crease. Now, I don't know about you, but that is a huge difference, and this is a $9 palette. I believe this was a $50 to $40 palette. Let's try that again. Alright, so after the second swatch, I'm starting to get pigment in there, but it's still not holding up to the one swatch of the e.l.f. palette. So, that's very disappointing. Alright, let's go on with the next color. I'm going to go in with this very dark color here. And I'm really trying to pick up a lot of product here, guys. Like, a lot of product. So, let's see. Oh, look at that. There's nothing there. That's just so disappointing. So another reason why I don't buy Kylie Cosmetics is because, yeah, why are you going to spend so much money on a product that's not going to show up? Like, that doesn't do anything for me. Let me go ahead and see if I can find a similar color in here. I think this one would do. It's kind of similar to it. So let's see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and take that color on a, I'm going to go ahead and just clean off my brush here with my little swatcher. And I'm going to take this color here, the one that's similar, and go on this side, on the e.l.f. Let's see. Alright, so huge difference. Very similar color, and a huge difference from there to there. So I just can't. I just can't, and I'm just so, I feel bad that my sister-in-law actually bought me this palette and I never even really used it, but I just couldn't get any pigment out of it. I'm going to go in with a regular brush on the other side, and let's try to build up that color here. So as you can see, that was the e.l.f. side, this is the Kylie side. It just does not work, and I don't know why. Second coat, still not coming up as good as that one did. So obviously I'm not doing like a perfect job on my eyes, but I'm just kind of showing you like why it was so disappointing to me. So there we go. All right, so then I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a lighter color, and I'll just take the lighter color and put it on both sides. Actually, I can try it here. So I'm gonna go in with this color here at like a shimmer color, really digging in there to get that color. And there we go. It's a bunch of nothing. Just a bunch of nothing going on there. Now, that's very just disappointing. Very disappointing. See that? Just, there's a bunch of nothing going on there. Alright, now I'm going to do the same thing with the e.l.f. Now, of course, the e.l.f. color does not, we do not have a shimmer, but I'm going to take this light one here. It's very similar to that color, and there we go. So if you were wanting something that was kind of similar to the Kylie palette, I would just go with the matte palette from e.l.f. You can get a better look from the e.l.f. matte palette than you can from this particular Kylie palette. Mind you, I have not tried any of her other palettes, and I don't plan on it. So you probably won't see them on my channel unless somebody gifts it to me, or they put me on their PR list, which will probably never happen because they're not gonna like this video very much if they ever watch it. So, and to be quite honest with you, I'm okay with that. I don't like a lot of products around that I'm not gonna use. So this is one that I would say no, and I feel very bad that people are actually buying these products and are spending their hard-earned money on these and they're just not working for them. And you can't send them back. So very disappointing. All right, so we're moving on. Next product that I did not find a very good use for, it just didn't work for me very well, is the Ultra Beauty Brow Tint in Medium. So I have a lot of different brow tints. The reason why I don't particularly like this one so much is because I'm not very good at shaping my brows with one of these little tiny brushes. They don't come out as precise as I would like them to. And so sometimes in the morning when I don't have the time to get my brows done, to do my brows, I would really love something that is super quick, and these are just not super quick for me. Most of the time I end up putting too much product on it, or I make my brows look super big with this. So it's not the product itself. The formula in the product is really nice. It's just the fact that I do not know how to use this properly, and because of that, it just makes me very anxious and makes me annoyed with it. And so because of my annoyance, I just don't pick it up to use it very much, because I can't get my brows as nice and perfect with it as I would like. So it just takes more work for me, and in the morning when I'm trying to get ready for work, the less things I can do, the better. And when I pull this out, I just end up having to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And so this is a product that just drives me insane. If I have enough time to go through this product and really get my brows nicely done with it, I can get them to look okay. But rarely do I use this product that I do not need to use another brow product on top of it to make them look nice. So this one is a pass for me, and I know there's plenty of people out there that really like it. My brows I guess aren't thick enough for something like this. So it's a pass for me. All right, now I got 2 more products and then I'm done. All right, the next thing I have here is the Ulta Amped Lash Mascara. So I did use this mascara when I was doing a Ulta look, one brand Ulta look. Now, I thought that the mascara formula itself is really nice. The thing I do not like about this is the brush. It's super wonky, like super wonky. So what it does is it just kind of goes with your lash and doesn't really grab onto them. So what it's just doing for my lashes is it's just coating them as they sit in that area. It doesn't like give them any volume or doesn't do the amplifying that it says it does. So basically my eyelashes are just straightforward and they are just flat. Can you see? It's just a miss for me, and I believe, oh, and see that? I couldn't even, like, I completely missed getting it in there, got it all over my hands. So it makes for a very difficult product, especially if you're in a hurry. It just does not do as well as I would like it to. And I have just so many really nice, you know, mascaras that are from the drugstore. This one's just not one that I would recommend, and it's just awful, isn't it? It's just awful. It's just an awful mascara. I just can't get it to do a damn thing. I don't know if you guys can now see the glitter under my eyes. It's now starting to form there. I look like a glitter ball under my eyes, and that's from the It Cosmetics. It's just, yeah, just I've been wearing it the last couple of weeks just because I've had it for such a long time, and I was just like, oh, I really wanted something moisturizing for under my eyes, and I was just like, where in the hell is all this glitter coming from? It's from this. It's coming from this. It's like, hi, glitter. Anyways, okay, so as you can see, I put a couple of coats of that wonderful mascara from Ulta and the Amped Lash Mascara, and it just didn't do a darn thing for my lashes, and it's just kind of pointless to me. I believe that mascara is anywhere between $8 to $11, so I would give it a huge pass and move on and buy something better with your money and get some kind of volume out of the mascara that you're gonna use. All right, so the last product I have today, these little lipsticks are from LA Colors, which I did a whole, you know, try on with these and showed you how they went on. This little light pink color is actually probably the best one in the bunch, but let me go ahead and show you what this red does when you put it on, which I've showed you guys before in a film, but this is why I hate this product. First of all, this wand is ridiculous. It's a straight wand. It doesn't have any kind of anything to it, so it's very difficult to put it on your lips. And let's go right in. You will almost every time get lipstick all over your mouth. Oh, cause see, the wand is just super long. I mean, and I'm not trying to get it on my mouth, but you will do that every single time. There we go. So I can go on for hours trying to fix this lipstick. It never ever really dries down, which is super annoying. I made the mistake of wearing it one day when I first bought it, all, you know, to work, and I did not take the product with me. As you can see, it's really messy and it's hard to get that cleaned up. It's just the wand and the formula and just everything about this lipstick I hate. I hate it. I love the colors, but I hate the formula. I hate the wand. I hate the way it goes on. I hate the way it fades away. I hate the way it sticks and that never goes away, and I just do not recommend these particular lipsticks. All right, now I'm done. That is my I hate certain product type of video. Let me know what you're having issues with when it comes to products. If products that people really love, you picked them up and you wanted to try them out, you thought you were gonna love them, and when you got them home you were just like, oh my god, these didn't work for me. Let me know if any of the products that I tried out today, I mean, were ones that you completely loved or ones that you're just like, yeah, these just don't work. The eyeshadow, here's the e.l.f. side. Here's the Kylie side. I mean, come on, like really? $45 to $50 plus shipping? This is ridiculous. But that's beside the point. All right, I digress. Let me know if you have any of the same products that I hate, or if some of these are the products that you absolutely love. Let me know how you get them to work. And that is the end of my video. I guess I should talk to you guys sometime within the week or next week, and I hope you guys have a great afternoon.